For the last few months, I've been trying to prepare for the impending release of Doctor Who: The Edge of Time. I've never seen the show, despite hearing that it's right up my alley, but with decades of episodes to catch up on, it seemed like an insurmountable task. And being the procrastinator that I am, the game arrived, and I found myself out of time to even attempt a Cliff Notes overview of the series. That said, even though I know nothing about Doctor Who and probably can't appreciate some of the finer points of the game, I still love The Edge of Time.
So just listen to me. You're on Lucia Minor.
In Doctor Who: The Edge of Time, you're on a mission to save the Doctor from the edge of time and space. And don't worry, if you're like me, and this is your first real exposure to the series, developer May's theory took care not to overwhelm us with too much Doctor Who minutia all at once. The obvious stuff is all here, like voiceovers by Jodie Whittaker, the TARDIS, Sonic Screwdriver, and Jesus, even the angels make an appearance. So I can only imagine what's hidden here for real fans to discover. The game starts you off in a laundromat and immediately checks an important box for all VR games. It's a tangible world. You can open the dryers, get change from the machine, buy detergent. It's just fun to mess around in these areas, and overall they look pretty damn good. Some places sport a ton of detail and objects to interact with, while others don't fare quite as well with heavy fog to mask draw distances. But even when it's at its worst, the Edge of Time is still far above average. You can move with teleportation or full locomotion and both work great, but I had to opt for click turning because the optional smooth turning is so slow even at its highest setting that it wasn't worth using at all. It's an issue that developers are looking into, so let's hope for a quick patch on this one. Each one of the game's 5 chapters gives you plenty of puzzles to solve, but none of them should have you scratching your head for very long. Usually there's a solution nearby, some voiceovers to help, or a quick bit of trial and error, and then it's off to the next room. There's a lot of exposition when the Doctor communicates with you, which can sometimes be exhausting in a VR game, but I think my fascination for this new world sucked me in, and other than maybe once or twice, had me really invested in the story from start to finish. Plus it featured a good number of scary moments, my favorite, and one scene in particular that had me holding my move controllers a little extra tight.
That was a time glitch. Nasty and dangerous, but you better get used to them. Long story short...
So are there problems besides the smooth turning? A few, yeah. The framerate dips at unexpected times. Occasionally you'll be trying to interact with an item, but it just doesn't respond the way that it should. And since all the puzzles were a breeze, the game clocked in, for me at least, at just over 2 hours. $25 is a bit pricey for such a short game, and there's no platinum trophy. Although to unlock all the trophies, you will have to play through the game at least twice.
Welcome aboard. Come in then. Make yourself at home.
Licensed games are usually made for fans of the IP, and I'm sure if I was a Doctor Who fan, there would have been even more here for me to discover and enjoy. But what I didn't expect was that, after finishing The Edge of Time, I was 100% convinced that this is a TV series I finally need to check out. Doctor Who: The Edge of Time has its issues, but I found it to be a really compelling game that even non-Doctor Who fans should check out, although you might want to wait for a patch or two, and a bit of a sale.
And whoever created it. But I need 3 pieces of Zyton to power the manipulator through the time vortex. Getting the Zyton is where you come in, and if you want a reminder of what's at stake, take a look behind you. That's what's at stake. Your world, and countless others. So you've got to find those 3 pieces of Zyton, and let's get one thing absolutely straight. One very important thing. We are so calling them time crystals from now on, because that sounds way cooler. The hologram's going to be patchy from now on. I'm guessing it's the reality virus messing with the visuals. Okay, get back to the console and I'll tell you what needs to be done.